Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala rasulihil kareem. So today we're going to go on or delve further into two more terms. Okay, one is called Ibaratun Nas or Ibara, one is called Isharatun Nas or the Ishara. So again, a quick recap, we're doing Istilal, and Istilal, we're doing Istilal Lafzi, and Istilal Lafzi, we're deriving ruling from the wording. And there we have the word analysis, we understand or we analyze words individually, and we have a full text analysis. In the individual word analysis, we explore the meaning of the word and the clarity of the word and also the usage of the word. In terms of clarity, we have wadih and ghayr wadih. In wadih, we have a khas and we have an am. Khas refers to one member and am refers to multiple members. In khas, you can have mutlaq and you can also have muqayyad. And in am, you can have ghayr maqsoos and then you can also have maqsoos. The ghayr maqsoos is qat'i and the maqsoos is dhanni. And the khas is also qat'i because the meaning is known. It refers to that member qat'an. Then we have ghayr wadih, and in ghayr wadih we have what? Khafi. The meaning of the word is known. However, its application to certain members or certain groups or subcategories is unclear. We have mushtarak, a homonym, multiple words, we don't know what it means. Mushkil, the word has, intrinsically that word has some kind of ambiguity, like the word qist. Then we have a mujmal, a word whose meaning cannot be derived or concluded from any external context. We need a clarification from the speaker. If the speaker gives clarification, it becomes then a wadih word. If the speaker does not give any clarification, it becomes mustashabih. We just believe, well, in Allah's case, we believe with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we believe whatever Allah's intended meaning is, and we'll do tawaqquf and say, well, Allahu a'lam bi muradihi bi dhalika. Correct? Then in terms of usage, we have haqiqa, the literal meaning of a word, and then we have the majaz, a metaphorical meaning of the word. Then we moved on to text analysis. We analyze the text as a whole. In there we had the zahir and the nas. Both of these are meanings that are understood from the text. However, the zahir is just a meaning we understand from it, and nas is a meaning we understand from the text, and that meaning is actually the primary objective of the speaker. And today now we're moving on to aspects of the text. And the aspects of the text we can have ibaratun nas and we can have isharatun nas. Ibaratun nas is information deduced from the foreground, meaning the text is in front of us, and from that, like the upfront text, we gain information. And isharatun nas is we get from the text, but from the background, like it's not really sticking out in front of us. Let me give an example. Allah says, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ لَيْلَةَ الصِّيَامِ الرَّفَثُ إِلَى نِسَائِكُمْ. Laylat al-siyam, that's the maf'ul fihi. And this is the na'ibul fa'il. Rafathu ila nisaikum. This is the na'ibul fa'il. Okay? And rafath means cohabitation, intercourse. So, intercourse with your women is permissible during the nights of fasting, meaning in the month of Ramadan, the abstinence from intercourse is only during the day, from the dawn until the sunset. During the night is permissible. Okay? What's the zahir? The zahir and the nas is the same thing. What's the nas in this text? What do you think? What's the nas in this text? What's the nas in this text? Why has this text been brought? To show the permissibility of intercourse during the nights of Ramadan. Yes, during the nights of Ramadan. Understood? During the nights of Ramadan. Is that clear to everybody? This is the nas of the verse. And this is the ibara. We understand this. This is the purpose of the verse. And from the foreground, that is what meaning we get from the front. That straight away we can understand this. This is why the text has been brought. And we understand this meaning from the words. However, if we go deeper, and we understand that look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed these words, and every single word Allah has revealed is exact in its place. From this, we can deduce so many other masail just from this one text. We're not saying anything is hidden. We're not assuming anything. Just from the word uhilla lakum layla siyam arrafathu ila nisaikum. Just using these words, we can make about 2 or 3 more deductions from this. And I'll give you the example from here tomorrow, inshallah. Okay. So yesterday we had discussed that this text, it has ibaratun nas and it has isharatun nas. The ibaratun nas is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the ruling of cohabitation during the nights of Ramadan. And we understand this from the words in there. However, in Isharatun Nas, what do we say? That the text itself has a meaning in the background. The words of the text denote a meaning. If you analyze those words, it gives you another meaning. What does this mean? Look, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ لَيْلَةَ الصِّيَامِ. Let's look at this word here. لَيْلَةَ الصِّيَامِ means what? Which part of the night does Laylatul Siyam mean? So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says cohabitation is permissible for you during the night of Ramadan, which part of the night is cohabitation permissible? So the word layl, the night of fasting, this means the entire night. There's nothing that includes the entire night. Okay? And rafath we know here means intercourse. Okay? So now we say so now from this, what do we determine? That if this is a night, let's say this is a night, let's make a chart. This is a night, okay? Now, and then this is the morning. This is the Fajr. This is the Layl. This is Laylatul Siyam. And this is the Fajr. Yes? This is the Tulu al-Fajr. Yes, Tulu al-Fajr. When the fasting period comes to begins. So that means that we've said here that the rafath is permissible in all parts of the night, isn't it? Correct? Is that so far? You following me? Therefore, this means that technically a person can do rafath right here. Correct? And if he does it until the last, they involve in rafath until the last part of the night, what would that automatically mean? That at the beginning part of the morning, they would be in the state of what? What state would they be in? If they didn't cohabit at the very last part of the night, they were in the state of what? Janaba, correct? You following me? Make sense? Therefore, from the text of the Quran, does being in a state of janaba break your fast? From this text, from the Quranic verse? No. Janaba does not negate fast. That's one thing we can learn from Isharat al-Nas. Another thing is, what are the fara'id of ghusl? What are the fara'id of ghusl? One fara'id is what? What are the three fara'id of ghusl? Washing the nose. Number two is gargling. Yeah. So if gargling is a part of ghusl, and gargling is you can have rafath to the last part of the night. Therefore, you have to do ghusl before you perform your fajr salah. Therefore, means putting water in your mouth does not do what? Doesn't break the fast. Are you following me? Because the day starts here. The day starts from here. You're allowed to do rafath until here. So therefore, you have to have a bath after the sunrise, the Tulu al-Fajr. No? Does that make sense? And if you have to have a bath after Tulu al-Fajr, after the fast has started, that means that putting the water in your mouth will not break the fast. Do you understand? The text has not been brought for this reason. But from the words in the text, we can derive this. There's also another third deeper meaning. Number three is, if a person lives in an area, for example, where there's only salt water, let's say he's a traveler, the husband and wife are traveling, they do rafath until the last part of the night, and now for ghusl, they only have sea water to do ghusl. What would that necessitate? What would that necessitate? What would that necessitate? So yes, exactly, very good. That means that what? That putting water in your mouth, and that water is salty, will it break your fast? You have to, so you do tayammum or you do gargling with the salt water, the salty water from the ocean. You have to do salty water. So that necessitates that what? Tasting food. You see the fuqaha, how deep they're gone. Tasting food does not break the fast. So the fuqaha have said, yes, if there was an Ibaratun Nas that said tasting food breaks wudu. Because if you have an Ibaratun Nas and Isharatun Nas, what's stronger? The Ibaratun Nas, isn't it? But because it's not Ibaratun Nas that goes against these, we say here, Janaba does not negate the fast, number one. Number two, Garden does not break the fast. And number 3, putting water in your mouth or putting food in your mouth does not negate this. And all of this all of these are what? And so the Ibaratun Nas is what? What's the Ibaratun Nas? The simple text is what? Rafath is halal during the night, is halal during the nights of Ramadan. Only during the day you can't have rafath. However, from the Isharatun Nas, we can take out 3 more points here. Understood? You get it? So now this is called Isharatun Nas and Ibaratun Nas. So in summary, if you go back, we don't have a summary here. We have a summary here. So we have istidlal lafzi. We look at the word of the Quran. We look at the word of the Hadith. And what do we do from these words? We derive our information. And when we're deriving our information, we either derive from the word or, well, without the ghayr lafzi will come up later on. We either analyze one word or we analyze the entire text. In one word, we look at the ma'na in terms of am and khas, istimal, haqiqa, and majaz. Then we analyze the entire text. So the first thing we look at is the purpose of the text. Is the meaning zahir or is the meaning nas? The meaning that you understand from the text, is it the purpose of the text or is it the zahir of the text? And then the aspect of the text, how are we deriving masala? Are you deriving it from the ibaratun nas, the foreground, the front, what text is in front of you? Or are we deriving it from the isharatun nas? Are you following? So ibaratun nas is the text is in front of you and isharatun nas. Now some of these you may say, well, they look similar and they're overlapping. Don't worry about that. We'll go through all the technicalities of Surah Shashi. Just for now, just get familiar with the word. Zahir is a meaning you understand from the text without being the objective. Nas is a meaning you understand from the text, which is the reason text has been brought. Ibaratun Nas is doing istidlal and deriving from the foreground. And Isharatun Nas is a meaning you get from the text, but it's not the front. It's not the purpose of the text. It's not in the front. It's in the background. That's called the Isharatun Nas. These are some key words that we're learning how to do istidlal lafzi. Does everybody follow? Any questions? Subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.